guys, NandemoGuy, and this is my cousin.
Monday Hopscotch.
And yeah, so we're going to go over the razor videos, straight razors. So we picked up our straight razors from a place called whipped.dog.com. I thought they were pretty reasonably priced, about $50 for what they call the sight unseen deal with the poor man's strop. And I was pretty pleased with mine. Yours, you got a wedge type razor. What do you think about that?
I'm definitely different. The first time I shaved, I don't know if it's in the video or not, but I borrowed his razor to just see the difference, and there's a noticeable difference, but they both clearly do their job. And
yeah, and they cut you up just as well. So, but oh, also by the way, if you know what the entry or the intro was a parody of, put something down in the comments, and I'll stick you up on the featured videos on my channel. So. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out the video here. So, yeah, this is my first shave with the straight razor. Now I had done some research so I could kind of figure out what I was doing, and that's about it. It's actually surprisingly intuitive. It didn't take me long to at least figure out what I was doing.
yeah, it's not like you just can't help but slice yourself open. It's usually just stupid mistakes of moving either your face or your hand when you didn't mean to.
Right. Well, you know, and that was part of the thing. You know, I had so much trouble where I'd put the razor on my face and then I'd like adjust my lip or something or straighten it out, and that's how I ended up with a couple nicks in a few of these shaves. But yeah, it's not too bad. Especially, you know, for the first couple shaves, it was especially difficult for me around the lip and the chin area, but you haven't even done that yet. So.
No, I didn't venture all the way into the full shave just because I am a baby face anyway, so I just avoided that.
Hey, I've been there. I know what it's like to finally, you know, have a decent beard and then go back to looking like you're 12. So. But yeah, as you can see right there, I had a decent nick right there.
Gone.
They rinse away. You know, they sell stuff to put on them, but you know, I found they sealed up pretty fast.
Yeah, it's not like they leave a scab or anything really. It's just like a red mark basically.
Right.
But yeah, I went pretty slow my first few shaves, so I cut myself more since we stopped doing the videos of us when I did them, because I'm getting faster and
right.
Easier to be stupid.
I think this is my first shave, and it took me about, I think, 20 minutes, and that was just the one pass. So, you know, there's 3 passes. There's against the grain, or with the grain, against the grain, and across the grain. And this first shave for me was just probably 95% with the grain. A few spots on my chin and whatnot, I went against the grain, and you can see the results right there. But yeah, you get faster as you go along.
Yeah, this is my first shave here because I ordered mine my razor itself a couple days after he had, so came in a few days later, so he had already done his first shave, but I just kind of showed up one evening, and I'm actually at his house for this, because why not? But I don't know, it's like you said, it's fairly intuitive. I took forever to do it just because I've cut myself on a lot of things, and I didn't want to do that this time, so.
Right.
But
and you had a pretty, you know, a pretty well-developed beard going there.
I had a decent amount to mow off, so.
That wasn't, you know, I had a little bit of scruff on my first one, some stubble and whatnot, but yeah, you had a full-on beard.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how quick that cuts through it if you literally just like drag the blade through your beard.
Oh yeah.
Surprised, especially it's not like you have to deal with the razor getting clogged like you do with the like 5-blade whatever they make now. So.
Oh yeah, see, I always use like the Schick 3-blade, and you always have problems with those things clogging up. And you run your blade over your face more times with the straight razor, but I have had significantly less razor burn and irritation with the straight razor than I have with a regular.
I've had like a little irritation. I don't know what it's from though, but it's not razor burn.
Yeah,
so
it's not the same.
Yeah, I don't know what it is exactly, but it's not irritating like it is with a razor or with a disposable.
Yeah, I figured it would be actually more, you know, I don't know, aggressive, because you've got that huge blade right on your face, but I think because you can sharpen it, it actually does quite a bit better job shaving, in my opinion. I like it better.
Yeah.
It does take a little more concentration and work. You can't just slap the blade across your face like you can with the disposable or the safety razors, but I don't know. I think I get a better shave, probably because I'm just paying attention.
Yeah, I would say I get a better shave, but it's literally since about senior year of high school, I have shaved actually with a razor before I did this once, and that was for my job interviews because I happened to get both of the 2 jobs I've interviewed for were like within 2 days of each other, and so I just had to shave once. So
Right.
I've literally shaved with a disposable once in the last like 6 years.
So that's why you got that full developed beard, right?
Maybe. That's just laziness and.
Yeah, well, when you're in college and you don't have to shave, it is what it is.
And luckily at my job, everybody already has beards and facial hair, so
Right.
it's not like I stand out. Works pretty well, but I don't know. My first shave here took forever because I was just going slow and had a lot to cut off. So
Yeah, I think it was pushing about an hour or something, wasn't it?
I think it was like 45 minutes or so.
And that was actually on Christmas Eve.
Oh yeah, that was. I forgot about that.
So here's one of the sharpening methods. They call it stropping. You know, when I was a kid, my parents used to spank me with one of these things, and we always called it the razor strap, but it's a razor strop, S-T-R-O-P. It's kind of easy to use, but it makes a difference.
Yeah.
I try shaving without stropping the blade, and you can feel the tug a little bit more.
That's where mine's at right now. I don't know if I'm just doing something wrong or haven't figured it out yet, but I bought some hones because with the roughly the grits that people on the internet talked about, so I had a gift card to Amazon for $50, so I figured I could get a decent hone for $30 after that.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool to learn how to learn how to sharpen them too.
Yeah, and I have other things I can sharpen on them as well, but
Indeed.
that should be in Saturday, so I'll mess around and see if I ruin my razor here Saturday.
And they were cheap. You can always get another one.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, I redid the handle on mine, which you won't see in the video, but my buddy is a bladesmith, surprisingly, so I wanted to redo my handle because it's just cheap plastic, so I went over and made a cool little handle, which I'm sure I can get at least a screenshot or something of to show you.
Yeah, it turned out
Slap on
really
this,
well, I
but-
thought.
Yeah,
I was
it's-
surprised. Quite nice.
But we'll see. We'll see what we do with these. I was considering buying a fancier one if you want to save one that's in better shape or a different style. They've got way too many different
Oh yeah,
subtleties to shapes and grinds and all that. I guess there's like a couple different grinds, at least 3, because
there's like a half hollow, a full hollow. Yeah, there's quite a few different styles. But yeah, you can spend a ton of money on this stuff if you wanted to. There's some really expensive, really nice vintage ones. You can get some decent modern ones for a couple $100 or so, which is supposed to be pretty nice.
I saw what, at least from short research on Google and stuff, seem to be decent brands for like $130 even, but
Right.
that's still twice as much and doesn't come with anything that the
Yeah.
Whip Dogs kit came with. So
You know, and when we first got into this, we weren't sure. You know, at least I wasn't. I was going to give it a try, and then if it didn't, you know, because I knew it was going to take more time, but if the shave wasn't any better, I wasn't going to keep doing it. But I actually enjoyed doing it.
yeah, it's definitely a more gratifying process
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't know. As you could describe it, it's more of a ritual, I guess, or something.
Yeah, it's very entertaining.
But I don't know. I'm still not a huge fan of shaving just because it obviously does take time, but
It does indeed.
it's more entertaining this way for sure.
Yeah, I'm a fan of shaving only when I need to, but that actually turns into fairly often. My wife doesn't so much like the scruff or the stubble or the goatee or anything else. So, but I'm still rocking it at the moment.
It's definitely easier. But this is, I guess, second shave. I totally lost track of where we were, but
Yeah, that's probably. Is this?
so this
second
is my
shave?
third already, I think.
Is it?
I think
See, I
so.
asked you when I put him in, so I don't know if this is Logan's second or third shave. I think
But-
that must have been.
It
That
was-
may have been your real third shave, but
Yeah.
for the purpose of the video, we're calling it your second.
That one went substantially quicker after I was more comfortable with, I guess, how to use the blade and how fast I could go, which I'm still faster than I am in that, but it's didn't take an hour like the first time around.
Yeah. See, I'm probably about 7 or 8 shaves in now, and I think I can pull off a 3-pass shave in about 15 or 20 minutes,
It's pretty good.
which was, you know, a 1-pass shave on my first one. So, and no nicks. You know, I can do it without nicking myself or with just nicking myself once.
I see
Like-
family came to visit.
Oh yeah, my mom. She came to drop something off, some some old elementary school yearbooks. I was like right in the middle of a shave, so I just kind of looked at it and laughed. And then they took off.
But yeah, I don't know. I've been happy with the challenge just because I'm always a fan of something new, and it's cool to kind of go back to older ways of doing things, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I mean,
it's surprising that it's not more popular than it is, because it's just kind of a cult thing, I guess you could say.
yeah.
You don't really hear about anybody doing this other than clearly people do it on the internet. Like, I didn't know anybody use a straight razor before.
Yeah, I had never even, I'd seen one that our buddy has.
Yeah.
But outside of that, the closest I got was an old shaving brush that my grandpa had that, I still see at my grandma's place. But yeah, I'd never seen one in person. I've never gotten a shave. I've known some people that get a shave from like an old school barber shop or something. But yeah, I don't know anybody that has one, besides ourselves.
Yeah. But
yeah, there's a pretty decent sized community on the net. There's some vintage shaving and straight razor
place, I know
places.
it's one of them.
Yeah,
There's one straight razor place, but I can say I stopped around on the forums a little bit just to check on a couple things I was curious about, with like specifically honing and stropping your blade and that kind of thing. But
yeah. Well, you got to go in with a little bit of research. You got to know what you're doing. It's always best to go in with half knowledge than no knowledge. So.
Yeah, I'm still no expert by any means.
No, I certainly don't claim to be either. But
we'll see what happens when I actually decide to do a full shave. But I don't know when that'll be.
But yeah, so there you go. That's our first 3 shaves. Really not that difficult, I thought, from an overall standpoint. I'd probably give it on a scale of 1 to 10. I'd probably give it a 4.
Exactly, 4 or 5, maybe somewhere in there. Yeah, like I said, if you go slow, it's really not hard to avoid cutting yourself for the most part. And even when you do, like, you barely feel it, and it's not like it leaves a hideous wound on your face.
Yeah, that's the thing. The blades are so sharp. I caught myself just on the corner of my nose when I was shaving, and I knew that I did it, but because the blades are so sharp, the cut is so clean that it's there, and then, a minute later, it's healed up.
Sealed off. Really noticeable. So.
But yeah, so there we go. First collaborative challenge. Hope everybody enjoyed. Certainly, if you have any questions, like I said, we're not experts, but we might be able to give you some ideas. Comments, video replies, whatever. Subscriptions are always great. But yeah, on to the next challenge.
Next thing, yeah.
Yeah. Have a good one.